So, I've been awake for 3 days, 3 nights, and, because, well, who cares why? And apparently, around the time that sleep deprivation stops being fun, around 72 hours, it can trigger, like, inflammation, just, like, widespread inflammation, which is what I'm having, and, like, so, I just wanted to fucking vent about this. I don't even know if I'm gonna fucking show anybody, but, when I was 7, my appendix ruptured, and I had to have emergency surgery, and what happens for that is, like, they have to basically scoop all of your guts out and, like, put them aside and vacuum your abdominal cavity to get all the bad stuff. And they put it all back in. And what happens in, like, 97% of these surgeries, people form some form of what they call adhesions, which is your intestines are normally held together by this like accordion shaped thing called the mesentery that's like really flexible and is always, because your guts are always moving around, and that can get replaced with scar tissue, which is not flexible, and that can hold your intestines in place or together instead of letting them be free. And since this surgery was when I was 7, there are, by the way, this is, well, any scar tissue that formed in a 7-year-old position, and I'm no longer 7 years old. So that, however, I can't be positive that that's at the bottom of what's going on with me, like my GI issues, because the only way to diagnose them is with surgery, and more surgery can cause more adhesions. So, like, it bothers me, and, like, ooh, so that theory, like I have so much wrong with my gastrointestinal tract. Is like I have, when I was 12, I had my first endoscopy, diagnosed with acid reflux, and my esophagus was, like, most of it was, like, inflamed and scarred, and the rest of it was, like, black. So that was bad. And, like, then, like, I went to summer camp and didn't poop for 2 weeks. And, like, God. And, like, I eventually went to Johns Hopkins to, like, get diagnosed, because most of the doctors that I saw were like, it's not obvious to me what's going on here. Have you considered that you're faking it? And eventually I went to Johns Hopkins, and they did, a bunch of tests, and I was hoping that it would be, like, just one problem that could get fixed, but it's not. It's the GERDs, gastritis, I have stomach polyps, I have a hiatal hernia, I have an umbilical hernia, I have IBS, and pelvic floor dysfunction, and a cystocile. And a cystocile, this is gross, is when, like, your bladder gets pushed into your vaginal cavity somehow, for some reason, and it's not painful, but, like, I have to pee a lot. And then, oh God, so that's my theory as to why I'm in so much fucking pain right now. My shoulder, like, and it's my shoulder and my rib cage mostly, and down my back, and it feels, there's this pulling sensation, and it feels like my rib cage is being pulled down towards my pelvis, and I can physically feel the difference on each side. Like, this side is just, it's not hard like a muscle spasm, but it won't bend the way the other side will. And, like, last August, right before my family went to Maine, of course, I it got really, really bad. Like, and I would, like, the whole time we were in Maine, I was covered in, like, capsaicin patches and doubling up, like, fucking Aleve with acetaminophen. But I couldn't do shit. Like, I couldn't go hiking or swimming or anything. It was annoying. And since then, it hasn't gone away. Not completely, ever once. It's been fucking constant. And normally it's bearable. I do have quite a bit of pain tolerance because my benchmark, you know, because when I was 7, my appendix exploded inside my body. But like, oh man, it's really bad right now. And like, I've been like rolling around on the floor trying to like figure out a position that's like less painful. I'm using my fucking vibrator, like trying to relax my muscles. But Andrew's, my boyfriend's parents, because we're pet sitting for them. They only have acetaminophen, which is good for pain, but not for inflammation. So, will this go back? Oh man, I'll be sideways somehow, I think. Anyway, so I can't like it's not helping all that much, and Andrew's asleep, and I haven't slept in 3 days because I have terrible insomnia that is now painsomnia, too much pain to go to sleep, which is why I am talking to my phone as a coping mechanism. Because, like, the doctors that I had at EVMS did not care. Like, you know, like, I would talk about this chronic pain, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, we're not giving you opiates. I was like, I don't want those. But I found a new GP who is, like, out of my network, but it's worth it because she, like, actually, she doesn't make assumptions about, you know, she just takes me at my word when I tell her that I'm in pain and shit. So she might be able to hook me up with, like, a chiropractor or something. I really don't know how to address this, because it's like, do I get a gastroenterologist because of the GI stuff, or like a chiropractor because of the like rib cage back neck pain thing? I really want like a chiropractor to like do the thing in Avatar where like Aang gets pushed against a rock right where he has an old injury and just it realigns his chakras and all that. I've made my peace with this, but it is frustrating because modern medicine does sort of give you this idea that everything can be fixed. Like, modern science can do anything, and that's just not true all the time. There are some things that just, we're not there yet. And, like, even, it really bothers me that I can be doing everything right, like all of the stuff that I have to, like taking all of the fucking supplements and doing the stretches and eating vegetables and just like the heat and all that, and sometimes it still doesn't make, you know, I still have been in pain, constant pain since August.